Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wizdom Dropz. Yo, it's my dad that drops some wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tonia, and today, hello, Earthlings, we are discussing the water sign astrology forecast for the Libra full moon that recently perfected this past weekend. So water signs, if you're a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces ascendant, sun, or moon, then this video is for none other than you and your month ahead and what you're vibing into right now. And if you haven't water sign already seen the videos that I have done on the Libra full moon in general, I highly recommend you check it out. It's going to give you much more depth of information as to what you can expect over the next month. And, you know, I've heard some other astrologers talking about the additional layer of complexity on this full moon, and I could not agree more. I've been talking about it. You know, it's about relationship water sign, but it's about our own self within relationship and realizing where we need to give ourselves more love than we have in the context of relationship. And with that, we're going to segue into Cancer. But before we do, I just want to welcome everybody who's new here to subscribe if you vibe, because we as building tribe. Send a big thank you out to everybody who has been subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing this content, scheduling enrollment calls, because there is a Wizdom Dropz astrology school that is starting again at the end of May. If you're interested in finally being able to look at one of these charts and understand each and every component, every planet that you see, every aspect, every degree, every affiliation with other signs based on planetary rulership, the nodes, all that jazz. You want to look at a chart and interpret it. If you want to know that, I'm offering a course, and you can watch my students' review of that they did for that course, and you can also schedule an enrollment call with me because spots are filling up and we start in May. So with that said, thank you to everybody supporting the channel and to those who are serious students and have been reaching out to me. Awesome. So let's move forward with Cancer. Cancer, this full moon in Libra, as you can see on the screen, is happening in your 4th house. Okay. And so this is all about your home, and it's all about your things you're about. It's the Cancer house. It's about your legacy that you inherit, okay? It's like your mother, your father, depending on the astrological legacy that you follow. And we all can agree it's parents, you know what I'm saying? It's what you inherit. It's who you come from, you understand? So it is home. It is paternal. It is maternal. It is nurturing, hopefully. At the end of the day, it's private, deeply private. Whether or not it was nurturing, you know, that's why we have such intense implications from childhood situations, you understand? Because it is a deeply personal, formative experience. So trust and believe that that energy, that resonance of what I just said, that core truth of who it is that is you, that you come out of, the root in which you settle into and burst out of at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the energy of the Libra full moon. And so you're going to be vibing in with that, and it's going to be inherently connected to relationships with other people and those within that type of environment that you know, exist in, that home environment, that private environment, that rooted environment of like where you come from. And it is emotional because the moon, you know, Cancers are ruled by the moon. You're there in that 4th house of Libra. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your planet. That's you in a lot of ways. So like, you're in your own 4th house. And so it's really personal because it's an angular house too, not just because it's like the 4th house personal, but the 4th house happens to be an angular house, which is one of the most critical foundations of any given chart, right? And you learn about that in astrology school with Wizdom Dropz and other things. But like, it's significant for you, Cancers. So just be like super aware that if you're extra emotional right now, you already know this game. It's a full moon, honey. You're a Cancer. You've probably been living this your whole life, or since you've been woke to this. So there's that. But don't be surprised if you yourself end up having really kind of like violent outbursts towards people you know. And this can actually end up causing you like long-term impacts on your legacy that you're known for, if you stay in that resonance, if you stay in that vibration. And did you hear the sirens come on when I said that? Because looking at this screen, horror, and we got to wrap it up because I'm giving y'all a lot, Cancer, and I need to move on to the other signs. But I'm going to say, because if you stay in that resonance, because look at Mercury. Hello, can you look at Mercury? Mercury is conjunct Neptune in Pisces. The vibe, you understand the vibe energy that you're casting out, the energetic frequency that you're catching and throwing out into the universe. And the 10th house is Aries for you. That's your career. That's your legacy. That's what people remember you for. That's why I stressed that earlier. And I got us to that because Venus rules Libra. It rules your 4th house, Cancer. So that's why we're looking at Venus and Aries in your 10th house at the top here, where it says 8 degrees by the sun. You understand? So this is what I want you to start feeling into with, like, how are you treating people close to you? How are you treating people who come from the environment that you call home? How are you treating people, and how are you standing up for what it is that you want to stand for in the long term, Cancer? What type of reputation are you casting for yourself in your surrounding environment of the private home that you possess? So it's kind of like one of those things where, like, you're coming into this awareness based on your own woundedness in these more private home-based relationships, and whatever you choose to respond with and project with towards those people is going to have a long-term implication on what it is you're known for. And that's all in the astrology. I just broke it down for y'all. Cancers, thank you for the love. If you're interested in learning astrology, the link to schedule a call with me is down below. We start in May, right around the corner. Thank you. Moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, ascendant, sun, or moon. Oops, I hope the volume didn't go out for a second there. But we back now. We back. Okay, so Scorpio peeps, we're going to just room this chart on forward to get to you. Damn, Scorpio. We've been getting some Scorpio attention. I'm starting to realize I got to utilize that Scorpio 11th house. You understand? Of course, all you astrology nerds understand. And if you don't know, now you know. All right, moving on. Scorpio, ascendant, sun, or moon. Scorp, let's talk about it. This is in your 12th house. This full moon, this next month, okay, especially the next couple weeks, this is in your 12th house. This is the retreat house. This is the subconscious house. This is the behind the veil. And you, my friend, exist there, Scorpio, because you are a Scorpio. You are an intuitive. You are a behind the scenes kind of being. You understand? You do possess this type of awareness, Scorpio, that there is something beyond what is being seen in the visual eye. It's subconsciously I wanted to say prolific, but it is. It's prolific at a subconscious level, anything. And you get that. And so this next month, you're going to be even more on your X-ray game. You're going to see through everything, Scorpio. You're going to be like a fucking X-ray out here, just like, this is what's going on there. That's what's going on there. Calling it like you see them, telling it like it is. And because Mars is your dispositor, hold the train, hold the train, hold the train. Mars is your dispositor, and Mars is over here at the North Node. You see that 14 degrees of Gemini? Ding. So this is in your 8th house, Scorpio. You might feel like you need to be extra Scorpio and go low vibe or high vibe. It can be one or the other. And you know how you work, Scorpio. It is one or the other. So you're going to go real low or you're going to go real high. The choice is yours, my friend. Gemini is a dichotomous energy, literally. So you will literally polarize into your Scorpionic tendency to go one way, the high vibe, or the other, the low vibe. So it's all on you. It's all how you interact with this energy. And I'm going to put you up on it in this information with the 411, the little nugget right here, because it's happening. And, you know, this is the next month, Scorp. So Mars is you. You understand? It's your ruling planet. And, you know, in the ancient way, you know, you can be Pluto all day. That's fine. That's great. But if you forget Mars, you forgot Scorpio. You understand? So with that said, like, Mars is over here with the North Node, and you are in many ways like Cancer, but different. You're casting your destiny right now. And I use the word destiny because the North Node, Rahu, okay, the North Node, that little horseshoe looking thing at 12 degrees of Gemini next to Mars. Yes. That is your destiny point at any given point in time. That is our collective fated karmic experience that we're guided, we're destined, we're called, we're likely to have. And in your case, Scorp, this is in your 8th house of what? You know, you are the 8th house. You are transformation. You are death. You are rebirth. You are resurrection. of that which is worthy of coming back through the experience of death. That is the Phoenix embodiment of your highest fashion, okay, of function. But with that said, like, think about it like this. You're being called to transform your shit into compost so that you can grow good stuff. And if you choose to neglect that and let it fester and let it turn into gross sewage, you know, just dump that's just like out there with all the anaerobic stinky bacteria, not actually allowed to digest back into the earth and provide anything, any kind of nurturance. If you turn nurturance into poison, Scorpio, and let it stay just that, petty poison, then you will cast your destiny forward in such a way. Why? Because Mars is you. In ancient astrology, you are ruled by Mars. Mars, in this chart you see in front of you, is currently in Gemini, conjunct the North Node. The North Node is the destiny point. You're crafting your destiny. Mars is the planet of action and craft in terms of the implementation of craft, right? It's the execution planet. It's the energy planet. It's the Energizer Bunny planet. And you're putting your fate when you are Mars in astrology, because you're a Scorpio, and you're conjunct to the North Node by transit, which you are by now in this chart, right? Then you experience whatever it is you initiate. It's as simple as that. So you're a Scorp, you know what I'm saying? And you're making your bed, so to speak. You're building your destiny for your future self. Go high, Scorpio. It might be so hard because Mercury is all there in Pisces and you just want to go with your feelings. You just want to go with those deep ass Scorpio feelings that nobody but water signs really understand at the end of the day. You understand? I understand. But like, that's how it be, Scorpio, because look, Gemini is disposited by Mercury. Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini, which is where you, Mars, are hosted. It's like you're at the dinner table of Mars. You know what I'm saying? You're at the dinner table of Mercury because you are Mars and Mars is in Gemini and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So therefore, whatever Mercury is doing in the sky, which down here you see the purple thing, that is Mercury, okay, in Pisces. And so you want to go with the vibe. You want to go low vibe Scorpio and be all like petty and like on your feels, which believe me, I understand. And vengeance, it's a tasty little nugget when you just want to deal it out on somebody, but you got to go high. You know what I'm saying? So go high, Scorpio, go high. Because if you don't, you're casting yourself in a long-term trajectory of Scheiße. That means shit in German. So don't do it. Don't do it. Because it's not going to end well. But with that said, because of that vibe, you have the opportunity of the high vibe of Pisces to spiritualize. So it's all about the high vibe, water vibe, okay? And this is going to be very embodied. Trust and believe. That 8th house Mars, put it into action and transform your body. Speaking of embodiment, go and work out and transform yourself into a sexy piece of meaty, vegan, muscly deliciousness, because that's what you're being called to do. If you really want to think about it, it doesn't have to be at a body level. It can be at a mental level. However you get off in that way for you and advance and develop accordingly, that's what I recommend you do. Okay, Scorp? Man, I went off for a while on you too, but you have some juicy nuggets to explore. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio, like this video. It supports the community. It helps other people get this information. Thank you for those who have been supporting. If you want to learn astrology, Scorpio, once and for all, I would love to teach you. If you're a high vibe groovy being, schedule a call with me down below and serious about learning astrology, because this is not for people who like want to be half in, half not. You need to like be there, engaging in class in this communal kind of like space that we create. It's all in the description box and the recommended video that you saw at some point or another in this here flick on the YouTube. Thank you again, and bye-bye, Scorpio, unless you're sticking around for Pisces, because it's Pisces time. Should we go forward or backward, Watson? Let's go forward. All right, let's go. So we're going to cruise on over to Pisces. If you are a Pisces ascendant, sun, or moon. P.S. Should I do a podcast? Just a question. Just a question for the community. All right, moving right along, Pisces. Oh, snap, Pisces. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay, Pisces, you're going to have this full moon in your 8th house. So this is the theme of death and rebirth, or the theme of just a flat out death. And with all that Chiron business that is happening over there with the dispositor of Libra, aka Venus, okay, conjunct Chiron at the time, you see that 8 degree, well, Venus is at 8th degree at the time of this perfection, but you know, whatever, it's okay. I fast forwarded, in other words, so the screen is not reflecting that exactly. But with that said, like, you're healing wounds, yo. Like, you're Pisces, you are healing wounds. You are healing the wounds. And why do I know that? Because that's all up in your second house of self-worth, self-value, Aries, all this stuff in Aries, this 8th degree, 9 degree Venus, that's really an 8th degree, right, at the full moon. You're like healing your self-worth and your money, and you're healing how you relate with other people. I sense a lot of like weird kind of like comparison going on with Pisces energy right now. And it's, believe me, it is very easy to fall into, especially if one has issues with feelings of inadequacy. But I think it's really important for you Pisces right now to spiritualize, similar to the message I gave Scorpio in that regard, but different. I just feel like you really need to spiritualize. Saturn, look, Saturn is in your 12th house, okay? You see that, Pisces? It's in Aquarius. You need to take this time to do some mental restructuring in terms of your spirituality. You need to restructure your spirituality, and you're probably already doing it. If you're an in-tune Pisces, you're definitely doing it, because it is, even at a subconscious level, you might find that you're meditating more, just like more naturally, which a lot of Pisces people just are kind of like naturally gravitate towards that anyway. But you're going to be experiencing it even more over the next month. And like, I really, really encourage you to lean into that in order to cope with everything happening around you. In terms of what's going to be happening around you, you might lose somebody close to you if it's their time. I'm not trying to scare you, obviously, but it can happen. Okay. Like, it can be, if it's their time, it's their time. 8th house is death. You could lose something, some object. You could gain an investment. You could gain other people's resources. That's a bit of a debt situation or a loan situation. You understand? There's a lot of different ways that this can manifest, Pisces, but the 8th house is a deep house. It's a transformative house. It's a subconscious house, as is the 12th that we just discussed with Saturn's influence and Jupiter, your ruling planet in ancient astrology. But really, Pisces, I think it comes down to your money, your value, and healing of woundedness there. And you become aware of a woundedness there, and you have to heal a woundedness there. You know, you don't have to. I guess you could just go on being a perpetual wounded, sad puppy and manifest shittery for the rest of your life. But hey, we're here to advance. So if you're this far into the video, you're here to advance as well. You know what I'm saying? So advance, spiritually advance with building your self-worth. I think it'd be a very, very, very timely, wise investment, Pisces, to put in some time, put in some energy, put in some mental space on mentally, just like emotionally, spiritually centering yourself around what it means to have worth. What does your worth mean? And how does that relate to other people's worth? I feel like you need to sit with that and just let it reflect. Because look, the next full moon coming up right around the corner, February 11th, everybody. Excuse me, April 11th. That is the Aries new moon in your second house, okay, of self-worth. So just be aware, Pisces, that you are being called to grow your value, your self-value, your monetary value, okay, your investment value, your abundance, your self-worth. And the sun is there in the second house. You're literally being called. Your identity is in the second house of self-worth. You understand? Like, the sun is one's identity at any point in time, even if you're not an Aries sun. And it's in the second house. So just be aware, get clear, get mentally, spiritually in that space of grounding into your value. Celebrate your value. Be aware of your value. Feel into your value. Feel emotionally, spiritually, mentally your value, Pisces. I really see you needing to do that, being called to do that at this point in time. I hope this video served you, Pisces. If it did, hit that like button. Thank you for all the support you give. If you're a Pisces looking to learn astrology once and for all, you want to know all about them apples, go ahead and schedule a call with me in the bugs down below. With that said, thank you very much to everybody who supports this channel and my content, and to everybody who's been getting readings. And with that said, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.